Jim Ratcliffe, the richest person of UK in 2021, is the chief executive and chairman of the fourth largest chemical in the world, the Ineos Chemicals Group, that has an estimated turnover of $65 billion. Yet before being named as the UK's richest man, Ratcliffe's name was largely unknown outside business circles, as he preferred to keep a low profile. Welcome to Global Top Successful channel. In today's video, we'll find out Jim Ratcliffe, the publicity-shy billionaire and the sports investor in bicycles, marathons and football. Early life and education.
James Arthur Ratcliffe was born on October 18, 1952 in Failsworth, Greater Manchester, England. The son of a father who started out as a joiner, and a mother who was an accounts office worker. Ratcliffe was raised in a council house in the town until the age of 10, when the family moved to East Yorkshire. His father went on to run a factory that made laboratory furniture. His fascination with industry reportedly stemmed from his childhood days, when he could see multiple factory smokestacks from his bedroom window. After the family moved to Yorkshire, Ratcliffe attended Beverley Grammar School, in the market town of Beverley, where his interest in science and engineering developed. Living in Hull till he was 18, he then studied chemical engineering at Birmingham University. His parents encouraged him to make the most of his abilities. It was frowned upon if the children's capabilities weren't met, according to his brother, Bob. Back in the 1970s, there were less choices for further and higher education. You could choose the red brick universities, the polytechnics, or get a job. Armed with his chemical engineering degree, he went on to study for an MBA at London Business School.
The first years of Ratcliffe's career.
Ratcliffe's first job was with oil giant Esso, but he decided to broaden his skills into finance by studying management accounting, taking an MSc in finance at London Business School from 1978 to 1980. In 1989, he joined US private equity group Advent International. He began looking for investment opportunities, until in 1992, he joined forces with former chemicals executive John Hollowood to lead a buyout of a chemicals business from BP. Despite having two young sons by this time, Ratcliffe risked everything to succeed. After mortgaging his house, he plowed every penny into the deal. He said it was a critical part of his career path, because if it went wrong, he had lost everything, including all his money and his career. After a year of deliberating, his wife and family agreed to take the risk together. With the backing of Advent, the deal went ahead, forming Inspec, with Hollowood as chairman and Ratcliffe the chief executive. Hollowood described his business partner as very stubborn and very determined. Ratcliffe believed in the ownership philosophy, when venture capitalists had to put some of their own money in. He said commitment and responsibility were good, an ethos he instilled when he went on to launch Ineos in 1998.
Acquires Ineos from Inspec.
Ratcliffe was a co-founder of Inspec, which leased the former BP Chemicals site in Antwerp, Belgium. In 1998, Ratcliffe formed Ineos in Hampshire to buy out Inspec and the freehold of the Antwerp site. From this small base, using high-yield debt to finance deals, Ratcliffe started buying unwanted operations from groups such as ICI and BP, selecting targets based on their potential to double their earnings over a 5-year period. Ineos provides products for many markets including fuels and lubricants, 23.3%, packaging and food, 18.5%, and construction, 16.1%. Other markets include automotive and transport, white goods and durables, pharmaceutical and agrochemical and textiles. Ineos Group Limited is a British multinational chemicals company headquartered and registered in London. As of 2021, it is the fourth largest chemical company in the world with 20,000 employees operating from 24 countries, producing 60 million tons of chemicals per year, generating $65 billion in annual sales. Ineos is organized into about 20 standalone business units, each with its own board and operating almost entirely independently, although founder Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his associates appear to occasionally sit on their boards. Ratcliffe has been chairman of the company for a long time and seen it grow from 400 employees to 20,000 people.
Personal life and current assets.
Ratcliffe has 2 sons with previous wife Amanda Townsend. He has 1 daughter from a previous relationship, with Maria Alessia Maresca, an Italian tax lawyer. In May 2009, Ratcliffe was granted an honorary fellowship by the Institution of Chemical Engineers, citing his sustained leadership in building the Ineos Group. In 2013, he received the Petrochemical Heritage Award. In 2018, he received a knighthood in the Queen's Birthday Honours for services to business and investment. Ratcliffe is the richest people of United Kingdom in 2017 and 2021. As of March 2023, Ratcliffe is worth $23.1 billion United States dollars according to Forbes Billionaires list. In September 2020, Ratcliffe officially changed his tax residence from Hampshire to Monaco, a move that it is estimated will save him £4 billion in tax. Billionaire Jim Ratcliffe's actions angered many politicians in the UK. It has been estimated that the move will save him £4 billion in tax payments. People who live in Monaco for at least 183 days a year do not pay any income or property taxes. The highest tax rate in the UK is 45% on income above £150,000 a year.
Sports ownership and sponsorship.
Jim Ratcliffe was relatively unknown beyond the financial pages, despite his impressive wealth, until he and Ineos began to sponsor a variety of major sports teams and British sporting endeavours. The billionaire is a famous player in motorsports, bicycles and marathons. In 2007, Ratcliffe completed the London Marathon running 42.2 kilometres. He also regularly participates in Arctic and Antarctic expeditions. At the age of 60, Ratcliffe completed the 3 major goals of his life, running 90 kilometers in South Africa, learning kitesurfing and riding a motorcycle across Africa in 3 months. Until 2018, when he was 66 years old, he was still able to complete the cycling race with a distance of 167 kilometers, and every day he regularly jogs 10 kilometers every morning. Ratcliffe's greatest passion is probably running. The British billionaire has announced his sponsorship of marathon champion Eliud Kipchoge, a Kenyan athlete who owns a 2016 Olympic gold medal and a series of famous marathons such as Berlin, London, and Tokyo. The grandest of all Ineos' ambitious plans so far came to fruition, funding the enormous 1.59 hours challenge, which saw Eliud Kipchoge become the first person ever to complete a marathon in less than 2 hours. As the world watched, the Kenyan crossed the line in a superhuman 1 hour 59 minutes 40 seconds with Ineos' name on his chest and that distinctive O in full view, followed by a pack of Ineos-branded pacesetters. In 2019, Ratcliffe formalized his love of cycling. He acquired Team Sky, rebranded him as Team Ineos, and from 2020 changed to Ineos Grenadiers. They set about turning into the most dominant force in the sport. They since won the 2019 Tour de France and 2021 Giro d'Italia. For the 2020 season, Ratcliffe employed 5 of the top 10 highest-paid riders in cycling. The Greater Manchester-born billionaire also owns a third of the Mercedes Formula One team, and one of his drivers, Lewis Hamilton, who describes Ratcliffe as a part boss and part partner. Ratcliffe hoped to help the team win a 7th title in a row, as lead driver Lewis Hamilton also hunts down a 7th, and record-equaling, world title. Ratcliffe has long been linked to a number of football clubs. He has owned of FC Lausanne Sport, a Swiss Super League football club, since 2017. Ineos Football claimed to build on existing links it had forged with teams near its offices in Lausanne and the Swiss canton of Vaud. David Thompson, the chief executive of Ineos Football, said the club had a good record of bringing forward young players locally. "It's just a great opportunity for us, really. We plan to bring in 3 or 4 senior players to form the core, the spine, of the team," he said. Less than an hour by car from Monaco is the city of Nice, and Ratcliffe was so enamored with the sumptuous seaside atmosphere that he decided to buy the local football club, League One club OGC Nice, back in 2019 for around £85 million. Following the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, sanctions on Roman Abramovich forced him to put Premier League side Chelsea FC up for sale. Ratcliffe made £4.25 billion bid to buy the club, but this was rejected. In 2022, Jim Ratcliffe has declared his interest in buying English football club Manchester United if its controlling owners, the Glazers, are open to a sale. Manchester United was one of those top three clubs with Barcelona and Real Madrid, Ratcliffe told the Financial Times in October. But Manchester United are not playing in that league of those other teams at the moment and haven't done for quite some years since Sir Alex Ferguson stepped down, in 2013. The club have not won a trophy since 2017 and last won the Premier League title in 2013, the year Ferguson retired. Around 10,000 fans joined a protest against the Glazer family's ownership ahead of the 2-1 win over Liverpool in August. Ratcliffe is expected to face competition from the United States, the Middle East and Asia, although at this stage interested parties are only signing up to undertake due diligence before deciding on their next steps.
Thank you for watching the video. If you find it interesting, remember to support the channel by liking, commenting and sharing. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see the next interesting videos.